Thank you, Tom. My first guest tonight. You may have seen this on the television news the past week. The lady's name is Ardath Evitt. She has 5 children, 18 grandchildren, 14 great-grandchildren. She's 74 years old. Last week, August the 6th, actually, she put on a jumpsuit, a helmet, and a parachute, went up 3,000 feet. An airplane, became the oldest woman on record to make her first parachute jump. And her jump master, according to the write-up, said she made a letter-perfect jump. And she lives in Paris, Illinois. We thought you might like to meet her. Would you welcome, please, Ardath Evitt. You know, I was really kind of thrilled when I read that in the paper, because you keep everybody young by doing things like that.
Well, they'd feel young if they did.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
What made you decide to make a parachute jump at your age?
Well, I didn't
Most
decide.
people wouldn't do it when they're young. The idea of jumping out of an airplane, to most people, as you know, is completely foreign and falling through the air.
Well, I like high places, for one.
Yes, well, that would be a help in this particular case. You like high places, but there's one thing about standing on the edge of a building or being in a plane and looking out. There's another thing about jumping out of the plane. Now, why'd you decide to do this? Just...
Well, this looks so nice from seeing them float down there, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be wonderful, and it was.
Yeah. Now, when you made up your mind you wanted to do it, naturally you had to go get some instruction.
Yes.
Now, where'd you go?
I went to Mooresville, Indiana, and was there one day.
Anybody turn you down at all?
Yes. Well, they didn't exactly turn me down, no.
What'd they say?
They just kind of gave me the runaround on account of my age. I think they thought I'd break.
You break? Do you think maybe they thought you were a little, just a little strange?
Told them, I think they just said that I was.
Yeah.
And a lot of them did say it. I said, well, I had a lot of fun being that way.
Right. And you said you want to make a jump, so you went to Indiana. Mm-hmm. And they, what did they show you there now?
Well, they gave me instruction. Well, first they took us in and told us all about the air and how fast it would go and what different directions and what effect it would have on a parachute.
How fast did they tell you you'd fall before you opened the parachute? Well, you probably don't remember. They cram it all in one day, yeah.
And
yeah, it's fast.
But they said when I hit the ground, I'd be going approximately 35 to 37 miles an hour. So I took my old car out and got going that fast. And
what'd you do, drive into somebody just to see what it was like? In other words, you drove about 30, 35 and looked out and said,
yeah, that was pretty slow for me, though.
Yeah.
I don't usually drive that slow.
How fast you usually...
Well, just about speed limit.
Ah, good thinking, good thinking. Occasionally, once in a while, late at night, you go out and open it up just a little bit?
Well, I don't drive too much at night.
Yeah.
But in the daytime, I make up for it.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to come back and talk some more about this. We have to take a short break here for commercial, but stay with us. We are back, and we're talking with Ardath Evitt. Here we have Elia Kazan, Kelly Patterson, Bobby Kelton. We're talking to our senior Wonder Woman here, Ardath Evitt. What was the feeling after you, were you scared at all?
No.
You weren't scared, were you apprehensive?
No.
You just...
I knew I was going to make it.
You knew you were going to make it? But when you stood out there, they stand you on a little step, kind of?
Yeah.
And that didn't bother you?
No. I thought they were never going to say jump.
Were you kind of happy, though, when you look up? Now, admit, when you look up and see the chute fully open, aren't...
That makes you happy.
That makes you... You're talking happy, aren't you? Yeah. That could make you very unhappy if you looked up there. And did they tell you what to do in case maybe it wasn't fully deployed? What'd they tell you to do?
Oh, to pull on the toggle and several times jerk it. And if Mae West didn't come out there, why?
Yeah, and if it didn't, did you have a reserve chute?
Uh-huh, and they told us how to throw that out.
You knew all that?
Mm-hmm.
How was the landing?
Great.
Great, huh?
Yes, but you know, that ground comes up mighty fast when you get so low.
Yeah. You look at it now. You know,
No,
they told you not to look at it.
They told me not to look at it.
Well, that's unusual.
But when I got down to the horizon where I couldn't see very far, I kind of looked down to see how far the ground was.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's about as tall as one of these old-fashioned houses, you know. I immediately looked up, but boy, I hadn't any more than got my eyeballs up there till I hit.
Yeah. Now, when you pulled the ripcord, what'd you do with it?
I didn't pull
You were on
it.
a static line. You were on a static line. Your first jump, you'd have to. Who tried to talk you out of this? Now, what'd your grandchildren, what'd your children say?
They didn't say too much. Some of them said I was crazy. A lot of other people, too.
They really did. They just didn't understand that you wanted to do it, right? Don't you think people ought, if they have something they really want to do, ought to go out and give it a try?
Yes.
I think you're right. Why not? Otherwise you sit up what? You sit in a porch or
just
something,
sit
rocking
there
in a chair? That's no fun.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah. What do you do when you're not jumping out of airplanes?
Well, I make gardens and quilts and crochet and go fishing and ice skating and...
And drive fast? You like to ice skate too, huh?
Yes, I drive pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm like the old man was out here in California. Got arrested for speeding.
You did? How fast were you going?
Well, I was going about 13 miles over the speed limit.
Over the speed limit?
I was in a hurry.
Yeah, well, that's usually why people speed.
That's why they say.
That's what they say. Did any of your relatives come out and watch you do this?
Oh, yes, I had a lot of them out there. I had children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Were they worried that something might happen?
Yes.
You
more
know,
worried
even
than I
the
was.
safest parachute jumping is, and it's really a safe sport. There are a lot more injuries, even percentage-wise, in skiing and a lot of other sports. But still, there's that unknown factor that could happen.
Well, you know, it's not near as bad as our highways are today.
That's right. Driving to the airport's the old joke. It's a lot tougher than flying in the plane. What would you like to do next?
Oh, I've got a lot of things I like to do. Jim Crawford, I think that's his name, over at Greenfield, has got this opening this amusement park. It's called Acres of Fun.
Acres of Fun.
And it's got a water flute in it. I understand it's the tallest one in the United States.
Waterfall?
Oh, well, they call it a flute.
Oh, flute.
Flute or flume or flume.
Flume, something
Flume,
like
isn't
that,
it?
yeah. That comes out like down in a tunnel in a small...
I don't know. I saw it from the highway yesterday, but
What, do you want a belly whop down that or something?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody said you also dig roller coasters.
Oh, yes, they're fun. Especially when you can feel them leave the track and go back down.
Ardath, you're never going to have to smoke any pot or take any drugs at all. You know, you've got it all worked out, haven't you? You do stuff like this. Where's the roller coaster? What's that new one they have? What's it called?
Screaming Eagle?
The Colossus? Where's that? It goes around and then I guess you back up. Oh, that's nothing, huh? They got one that's just sensational. That just is crazy.
Oh, I'd like to ride that.
Do you get any vertigo or you get to shaken up at all by...
Oh, when I went down to St. Louis and did that about 3 months ago, and on the Screaming Eagle, and it feels like your hair's going to come off sometime.
Yeah. But it's worth it, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is.
Somebody told me you went to Alaska?
Yeah, that's been 4 years ago, I think.
That you wanted to go to Alaska and nobody would go with you and you just went by yourself?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, you bet I did. I made a lot of friends. I even seen the moose walk across the road.
And he probably saw you, too.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't.
How do you know he didn't?
Because I could only see his ankles.
Oh. But you knew it was a moose, though.
Yeah, and then I saw one over in eating water moss.
Yeah?
We came down the train from Whitehorse to Skagway on the train. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
And they had picture windows in the cars, and you could just go from one side to the other and couldn't look enough.
That sounds fun. How about hang gliding?
I'd like to try that.
You'd like to hang glide, too.
Yes, I would. And I'd like to try a sailplane.
And a sailplane. They say that is really sensational. It's that, I bet in the parachute jump, it's that, once you open the chute, that sense of quietness
It is.
is something,
It's
isn't it?
something. And you just feel like just heaven.
And you're all on your own, and it's the one thing left that you can do all by yourself, right?
Well, now, I had my instructor went down. She jumped just a few seconds after I did, but she's a pro. And she got right even with me and opened her chute. And then she had a radio, and I had a radio.
So you can just in
And
case.
she told me what to do to turn around, and I thought she was never going to tell me.
You watch television at all?
Once in a while.
Once in a while? Do you ever see our show?
Yes, I saw you last winter when I'd be quilting and crocheting.
We've been on a number of winters, Ardath. This last winter was the first shot you took at it, huh?
Oh, I think I'd seen it once or twice
Yeah,
before
well,
that, but I don't have any TV now. Mine broke down. Didn't even
You don't
get
have
to
any
see
TV?
myself.
Oh, well, that's
I didn't even get to see myself.
Oh, how about tonight? Now, you can see this. We're taping earlier, as you know, but we...
Well, I'll go to the neighbors.
Because I think you ought to see yourself tonight.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah,
No doubt.
you're a charming lady, and I think it's great for everybody, the fact that you go out and you do something, and because a lot of people, you know, when they get to be a certain age, as they call them senior citizens, you like that?
Well,
that
I belong to
title
that.
at all?
I belong to that.
Yeah, what would you rather be called than a senior citizen? I mean...
Oh, Grandma or Mom.
Or Mom or something like that? Well, Mom, you're a delight, and you've given us all
People your age call me Mom.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
Anybody else older calls me Grandma.
Ah, well,
I mean,
okay,
the
Mom.
younger ones call me Grandma.
Oh, okay, Grandma.
You're gonna be a
I'm gonna be a youngster. Yeah. Well, you made us all youngsters tonight.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Since a week ago, I had another great grandchild, so that makes 15.
You got 15? What? 18 grandchildren.
And the oldest one is 31, and the youngest one's 7 months.
Yeah.
And her daddy's back here watching.
Yeah? Well, they all ought to be very proud of you. And thanks for coming here tonight and sharing a little of your time with us. Thank you, Ardath. Ardath. You got something for me after the show? I'll see you after the show, sweetheart. I think Ardath is making a move on me there. He's a sweetheart. Don't you love people like that?
She's something else. She is.
Makes everybody feel a lot younger. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.